spraying more atmosphere.
Wafting.
Aaron wants atmosphere, dude. Yeah, you kind of got to waft it around, Aaron. So
Yeah, that's good. Is he going a little heavy on the atmosphere? So what is this that we're breathing in? Anything bad?
I mean, it's extremely flammable. So.
That's cool. So it's got to be great for lungs, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I wish I had a lighter. I'd test it out.
Yeah,
It's like the Thriller video, you know?
Hold on.
And
I
it's
need
just
to find
like
the guy who's waking
the
up.
story of my life. I am fully alert and present. Lewis is on his phone, ignoring me. Yeah, you can say anything to him right now. You get a one-word response.
Brother, I'm fucking working.
Epidemic right now at Gmail. That's awesome. Now we're talking.
He sprayed the fucking atmosphere. That was our test. We do that every time.
Normal
Yeah,
things.
it's just to make sure we're safe. Safety protocols. OSHA.
All right, I just gotta
Ready?
get comfortable and loose.
Be fucking loose.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I feel like I'm not.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Start what?
I'm gonna fucking start the podcast.
Great, do it.
Okay, cool.
You're the host. I'm just the co-host. I'm just a guy on the couch, man.
No, yeah.
It's your show.
Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
just lucky to be a part of it.
All right, we got Brent King.
Just going right into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This,
What's up, man?
This my boy.
What's up, brother?
Brent King.
Yep. We go back a little ways.
Absolutely.
Back to jail
Yeah.
when I was on the.
So, Brent, are you related to any royalty?
Richard Nixon.
Damn.
Is that real?
Yes.
That's legit. How so?
How far removed from Richard are you?
Well, I remember in the 4th grade, we had to do a family tree, and my grandma was like, "Richard Nixon, it's in your family." I was like,
But how far removed are you? You like
Richard Nixon.
17th
pretty far.
nephew?
Do you ever live with the family shame of being a crook?
No.
Watergate.
I am not a crook.
Is a Watergate reference.
The only president to ever do that,
Yeah.
you know.
I feel like Obama may have done that once or twice.
Probably Obama's
He was
cool as
really
shit,
cool.
Man.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
How do
I
you
could
not
see
love
him.
Obama? Even if you hate black people, how do you not like Obama? You know what I'm saying? He's just the coolest cat there is.
Yeah. he's
Richard
cool.
Nixon.
And I'm right down the middle between liberal and Republican.
I don't know what any of that means, you know? I'm just like, are they cool? Are they funny? Vote yes for issue 1.
So you're voting for Trump?
I like Trump-ish. I like that he's just such an ass. I like that people get mad at Trump.
Yeah.
Like, really, it doesn't matter.
That's my favorite part is watching people like freak out over something that like.
Yeah.
Is it worth it to lose sleep over?
No.
Like.
Trump ain't thinking about us, you know?
Or is he, though? He gave us a couple checks.
Oh, the stimuli.
Yeah, he did. It's
Yeah.
also causing massive inflation
See?
4 years later.
You put a little
Insane
money in
amounts
my
of
pocket,
inflation.
I bet I'd sell my soul real quick.
That's true.
Yeah, so thank you, President Trump.
Brent, you are sober now.
Yeah, I am sober. I just celebrated a year on May 20th.
All right.
Do we clap? What do we do? Yeah, I'll clap.
Yeah.
I'll break the ice.
Congratulations. That's
yeah,
great.
that's pretty amazing, buddy.
It's a huge accomplishment for me. This time last year, probably thought I'd be dead for sure.
I saw you at one point. You detailed my car at one point where you were still out there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's a great
multiple
story.
trips in and out of the house. I gotta get something, you know.
So how'd
No,
that
it's
work?
normal.
Like, did he just hit you up one day out of the blue?
I needed my car detailed, and I mean,
You just going
I
through
always-
a list of addicts?
well, no. I wasn't trying to score the best deal. Okay, if that was the case, I would have fucking paid him like $20 to do it. But it's one of those things where like I always told guys when they're locked up, like I will be there, you will see me, and
Yep.
you know that's the case. So
Well, the $1 million question then, I guess, is like, what did he actually pay you?
He paid me decent.
What's that mean? What's decent?
I think it was like $80.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, to a
And the whole
John,
time
that's
he just
come
kind of tried to lose, trying to keep me grounded, safe, make sure I was okay.
Aaron always tries to fucking sewer me or like find the holes or the chinks in my armor.
I really
dude.
think it came about because I was like, listen, dude, I need some money. Can you cash out me some money?
Did you tell him why you needed the money?
I
I
knew
mean,
why
he
he needed the
figured,
money.
Yeah, okay.
And he was
Yeah.
like, absolutely not. But,
Nah.
but you
It's
can
not happening.
help me out, and I'll help you out.
Yeah.
And we'll talk. It was more like let's hang out and see how you're doing type of thing. And it just, I was cleaning the car, trying to do my best, and he's like, "I don't even worry about it, man."
Man.
That was good. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring this up again at a later point in this podcast when we...
Yeah, thanks.
yeah.
Thank you, by the
No
way,
problem.
Brent.
Yeah,
for-
absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for supporting, enabling. You know?
Jesus Christ.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what. Yeah,
You're
going
such
on
a
there.
piece of shit. Tell us a little bit about how you grew up and all that. I mean, I know a little bit. I don't think I know a lot.
So I'm 36 years old. My birthday's in a couple weeks, June 20th. I'll be 37. I grew up in Steubenville, Ohio. Big.
That's the sticks. It sounds like the
It's
sticks.
kind of sticky. It's like Chillicothe way, isn't it? Is it Chillicothe way?
It's as far
Going that
east
way?
as you can go in Ohio. The Ohio River separates Ohio and West Virginia.
Oh, I know Wheeling.
And you
They have a
cannot
casino
drive
there.
no more because the river separates the two states.
Yeah.
You go north on 7 through Martins Ferry.
So you're close to Wheeling, like pretty close.
About
Like we
25.
suck.
Are we just gonna like throw a dart?
Geography.
35
throw
minutes-
a dart and see
35
what
minutes
city
from
it's gonna be
Pittsburgh.
close to?
35 minutes from Pittsburgh, about 45 from Youngstown, about an hour and a half from Akron.
So pathetic.
How far from here? Let's talk about that.
From here,
Yeah.
almost 4 hours.
Okay,
Oh,
that's far.
Jeez, I was about to say an hour and 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Shit.
Okay. What's Steubenville like?
Yeah.
Sucks. Old steel mill town. There's nothing there.
I hate to do this. I'm hot as fuck. This is gonna get bad.
My hands are sweating.
Yay.
I'm sorry.
One take Lou here.
Sorry.
Way to just kill this man's momentum. Fucking prima donna over here. Sorry, we need to have it at 68.5 degrees at all times in order for Lou to perform.
Sorry. All right, Steubenville. How is Steubenville?
Steubenville is known for Dean Martin and
Rat pack.
the Steubenville rape case.
Mm.
So a group of football players, because it's a big sports town.
Yeah.
Just corn-eating motherfuckers. Just
Absolutely. So it's in between. It's like city atmosphere and country.
okay.
So like Morgan Wallen, I guess you could like.
Okay, yeah.
You could be a
Do you know
hood
who that
country
is?
boy.
Yes.
Country.
Yes.
He threw the chair off the roof.
Yeah, I remember that on the news. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
You don't know Morgan Wallen?
Really? They just played a show in Columbus.
Yeah, he's like up and coming.
He's pretty
country guy.
famous.
Okay.
Up and coming still,
Oh,
would you
now-
say? Or is he
yeah.
like
He's
there?
famous.
He's there.
He's there, yeah. Now that you say that, yeah, it checks out.
Okay.
I would say like extremely famous, probably.
Yeah.
Totally.
But yeah, I just grew up playing sports. I was pretty talented in the football, baseball, soccer, hockey, basketball things. My dad was a
Hockey?
football. Yeah.
They had a hockey team.
No, like we had like what would you call that? Like I was like 7, dude,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
and we were on rollerblades.
Like the
dude.
Mighty Ducks.
Oh, okay. That sounds like Steubenville.
Street hockey.
That's Steubenville.
Street hockey.
But it was legit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
We used to do that in Grandview. That shit was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
So I played all sports. There's 9 boys in my family.
Damn.
I got
Jeez.
Brothers and sisters? Or, I mean,
cousins.
okay.
My cousin Matt plays for the Miami Dolphins right now.
Damn, bud.
He played 6 years for the Baltimore Ravens.
Well, can we go to a Dolphins game? What's
He
up with
doesn't-
that?
He doesn't play anymore.
We could if I probably didn't like destroy lives.
Oh,
in the,
well,
Yeah.
that's fair.
you
Look, it's from our
destroy
past.
my own, and
So we'll down the road.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
it's possible.
Okay.
So that's cool. My other cousin Carson played at Pitt, and Kenny Pickett, who was Pitt's quarterback and Pittsburgh Steelers
Yeah.
quarterback, they're best friends.
They said he's outperforming Jalen Hurts in training camp, by the way.
Really?
Which I don't believe for a second, but
Yeah, they're really good friends. They were in each other's weddings. He took my cousin Carson to the Heisman Trophy presentation in New York.
damn.
Yeah, so there's I come from a long line of athletes, and I'm the only
Addict.
fuck up.
Addict.
Me and my sister.
Well, that's yeah.
We didn't get to grow up in Worthington. We grew up in Steubenville. So where there's nothing to do but drink Natty Lights with your 3rd grade teacher because that's your best friend's mom.
What the fuck is going on in Steubenville?
That is really
Hang on.
that's a really good question at this point.
Drinking with your 3rd grade teacher while you're in 3rd grade?
No, I mean I think I was probably in like 7th grade,
Man.
and my
So she waited.
my
Yeah.
best friend, his mom was my 3rd grade teacher.
Damn.
So she'd be like, here's some beers and a porno and mag, and you guys can have a sleepover.
God.
Oh my goodness, dude.
That was the cool mom, though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You probably loved her at the time.
yeah.
I did. We still talk to each other.
Okay.
Like, she still
Supportive.
supports me.
Still
Yeah.
giving beer and porn.
Yeah.
Seven-
I hope she
seventh grade.
stopped.
Yeah, I don't think she does that anymore.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, good.
She might. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But,
Don't take Mrs. Johnson's 7th grade class in Steubenville.
3rd grade.
3rd grade.
yeah,
Sorry.
3rd grade.
Yeah.
She was a cool teacher. But just grew up there, and like during high school and stuff, I started like experimenting with drinking and smoking weed,
Well, did you start in 7th grade then?
using drugs.
Or like you drank for the first, when did you drink for the first time?
I drank for the first time when I was probably 10.
Okay.
You know, sipping a beer. Like I said, my dad was a football coach. My grandfather helped start like Pee Wee football. So everyone, like my last name, where we're from, everybody knows our family.
Yeah.
And there would be bonfires at my house, and all the dads are drinking.
Okay.
So go get me
Normal.
a beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the time, I didn't think nothing of it. That's what everybody else was doing, and they were okay. So why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
And then it wasn't. But I started using like opiates in the 8th grade.
Damn, bud.
Yeah, Oxycontin.
That's really young.
Yeah, man. Steubenville, dude.
How'd you run across those?
I have an older sister.
Um,
She was dating older men, and that was like 2001, 2002.
Oh, so they were like, I mean, because I started in like 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
So they must have just been like,
that was when they were
Free.
like hot and
Yeah.
ready. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, and I always was like accepted by older people, like I said, because people knew my family. They knew my dad. They
well, you
always
played sports too,
Yeah.
and if you were good at sports, I'm sure it didn't matter.
Right, it didn't matter. So I'm in like 8th grade at senior high school parties. 21-year-olds are inviting me to their house to drink beer and hang out. You know? So I never really thought anything of it. That's just how it was. And when I was drinking and using, it just progressively got worse. And when I was 19 years old, I was selling heroin to support my habit, and got caught in a SWAT raid.
Damn. How old? 19?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that
You
was-
grew up quick.
So you're selling heroin to supply your own heroin, or are you still doing pills at this time?
I was doing pills at this time, like methadone, methadose wafers.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
I remember those too. That was
Yeah.
the first opiate I ever took.
Yep.
But I just remember being like blasted.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for days.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it lasted forever.
Yeah, so that was my drug of choice at the time, and
I mean, I bet, yeah. It's,
you know,
Strong and
eventually
lasts
you
forever.
can't get them no more.
Yeah, they run out
And
eventually.
then there comes little stamp bags from Pittsburgh,
The cheaper alternative.
and got involved in that, selling drugs. Got caught in a SWAT raid, and because of my age, I guess, my first case, who my family is, or that in that area, people know my dad, judges, policemen. My dad was like, well, this is my son, and you're not going to take him to jail.
I was gonna say you're able to like wiggle your way
Yeah.
around consequences. For,
Yeah, big time,
I never
big
really-
time.
So what's the SWAT raid? No, I
Oh
always
yeah,
have
I've never been to
consequences.
SWAT raid either.
What's the SWAT raid look like? You're just chilling at your house one day. Doing
Have you been in one?
No,
I haven't either.
no.
So this one was like, we were at a trailer park behind, it was called Hometown Video, where they sold VHS tapes and stuff. And
Can't even get a Blockbuster in Steubenville.
hood. And so we're sitting there, and, you know, we get our little buzz on, and I'm like, man, I want to cut the grass, you know, because at that time, opiates gave me energy, and I thought I was like the man.
Yeah.
So
Let's cut the grass.
I leave there in my friend's car. We drive to my grandfather's house. We get the lawnmower and the weed eater, and I'm driving back, and I pull into the video store, and there's like SWAT trucks everywhere, and I'm thinking, like, in my head, I'm like, well, I don't know.
They're gonna get
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
So I feel
Somebody's
bad for
gonna have a bad
somebody.
day.
And
Yeah.
I'm rubbernecking, like, what's going on here? You know, that sucks. And then the guns come out, and they're like, stop, you know, freeze or whatever, and I'm like, So I throw it in park, and they open the door, and they're like, "If you move, we're gonna blow your fucking head off."
Damn.
And I'm like, "I'm just a kid, man." You know. And
Just wanna cut my
at this
grass.
time, I had 50 bags of heroin in my pocket.
15, 50.
50.
50. Okay.
And yeah, so I tried the old lie. These aren't my jeans.
I don't know where these came from, sir.
That's the shit you see on cops,
I know.
and you like watch it when you're like using and shit. You're like, that guy's a moron.
What a
Like
Yeah.
I would
idiot.
never say that.
Said it. Tried
There
it.
you
I
are.
shot my shot.
So did you accidentally walk in on your own police raid? Like,
Yeah.
were they planning to come to your place, or like they knew you were going to be there?
Like I didn't know. Like I didn't. There was more going on at this place than I
Yeah.
probably seen or knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, and
Spoiled the party.
Yeah.
you know, I was young and naive. I didn't know. You know, I didn't know like about SWAT raids and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You know, and I just kind of thought you got caught if you got caught. I didn't know it was like a whole task
Like
force
they set you up.
looking
and then-
for us.
yeah.
And I'm in the middle of it now, and I'm like on the news, and the handcuffs like looking stupid. And yeah, so that was that. And basically, like I said, we went to court. The court system, went to jail. I got bonded out. I was like, my dad put me on like house arrest. Like, if you leave this house, you're done. So he was a tough love type of dude. And
Did that
How much was your
work?
bond?
Sorry.
Did it
good,
work?
yeah.
Like the
no,
tough
it made me
love.
hate him.
Oh, because you
Okay.
couldn't leave?
We have a good relationship now, but it was more like I felt entitled.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you know who I am? I'm the high school football star.
Man, I'm related to Richard
I'm
Nixon.
big shit.
Yeah.
You know? Richard Nixon's my uncle, dude.
Heard of him before?
Yeah.
Your uncle too, man.
Yeah.
Like, and he was just trying to protect me. I know that now. But long story short, they sentenced me to a treatment center in Newark, Ohio, and I went there for about 8 months.
It's young to go to treatment, man.
Too young. I was 19. I thought, you know, I just won't do this no more. I'm good. I
Yeah.
got this, man. I got this.
So you stayed clean the whole 8 months in treatment?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I did that, and then I left treatment. I went back to my hometown and started the same process over. But
How
I started
immediately
selling
was
crack.
it before like leaving treatment to
Yeah.
like
I was what?
how long in between?
After
like,
you got out of treatment.
got out of treatment.
Oh,
go
I
home?
think I remember this like it was yesterday. I was in treatment still.
Yeah.
And at this time, I had graduated the program, and I was just kind of like staying extra time, like 3 months extra to like look good for the judge or something. And I went to someone's house that I knew, and I was being nosy, and I looked in a drawer, and there was cocaine in the drawer.
Cocaine.
And I was like, ooh, cocaine. I never did cocaine before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not
Got
yet.
busted
anyway.
with 50 bags of dope and hadn't touched coke yet.
Yeah. There was like a sifter and everything, and
No, this is like a lot of cocaine.
it wasn't a lot, but there was probably
There was
more
enough.
somewhere.
Enough to notice the line was
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
missing, you
We're
know?
sifting cocaine.
Yeah.
bricks. And I kind of just did it, but never thought nothing of it. But, you know, I went back to my hometown, and then my cocaine addiction started.
Man.
And it just fueled something in me, and that's what really...
You're like an uppers guy, right?
Speedball.
Yeah. Oh, well, me too. Who doesn't love those?
Or whatever. You know, if you got a bottle of water and it's going to do something to you, I'm drinking it.
Definitely,
Yeah.
for
You
sure.
know, it doesn't matter what it is. I had a Robitussin addiction at one point.
Robitussin, Jesus.
Yeah, $30 a day habit. Oh yeah, chugging Robitussin.
Cute.
That's a flex.
What do you got? It's robo
That's a
tripping.
flex.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
$30 a day.
at CVS every day.
Robitussin habit.
Give me my Robitussin.
Oh my
The
goodness,
fucked up
dude.
cold. Robo
does.
tripping, right? That's what they call it.
Yeah, course eating cough syrup.
Yeah, my wife used to tell me about a guy that would just eat 6 boxes at a time
Yeah.
of cough syrup.
You shit
and-
your pants, dude.
Yeah, he drowned in the river
Oh wow.
actually because he was like tripping out there.
Well,
I
that
guess.
took a dark turn.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Okay,
for
cool.
for the
Alright.
pharmacies, you know, 'cause they don't have their guy coming in buying 6 boxes every day. That took a dark turn, though.
Yeah, I mean, you're the one who talked about the guy drowning in the river.
Yeah,
Yeah, this guy ate all
It
this
happens.
Robitussin and then he drowned in a river.
sounds like drowning in the riverside.
Yeah, that makes it
Yeah,
better.
it was
thank you.
classy. I'm
Thank
sure
you.
it was classy.
Yeah.
So up to that point, you went to jail once and you bonded out. I know for me, once I started getting arrested, it didn't stop. It just kept happening. What's that transition look like for you? And you ended up in Columbus at some point too. So
yeah, I
like,
went to prison.
You got
Ooh,
I ended up going to prison.
what happened?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I went back. Like I said, I went back. I left that treatment center. I went back home where I'm from, and got wrapped up in the same people, hanging out the same place. Look at me, I'm sober now. You know, had no.
You went back to like show the people that were using, like, look at me.
Yeah,
Look
look how good I look.
Look how good I look. Yeah.
Celebrate with a beer or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, yeah.
And had no knowledge of the disease or anything, and basically just continued that cycle, and then I started selling crack, like a lot of crack, and yeah, I had 3 controlled buys on me in a school zone.
This is after the
Yeah.
50 bags of heroin.
Yeah, this is my second case.
They got you with 3. You
3
sold.
controlled buys. An undercover
Damn,
informant
bud.
came, audio and video, bought over the bulk amount from me
Damn.
3 separate times.
How bulk are we talking?
It was like 8 ball, and then he got me a half ounce of hard. And yeah, so when they got their controlled buys, he gave me marked money. I can still remember it because like I'm a real street smart person. I've been around a lot of things. I kind of just like have an intuition, like I just know when things are bad for some reason, and it's probably kept me alive a lot of times. But I was like, man, this money just looks too perfect,
Really?
you know. And I was like, in my head, I'm like,
You didn't think they were cops? You never like for one
listen,
second
it was
were
so
like,
it was so bad because people were telling me that.
Oh,
Like,
boy.
that's the police. He's working. I'm like, he's not going to tell on me.
Yeah.
all right, so
You know who I am?
what is this guy? What like help me understand? I've never dealt with an undercover cop in that situation.
So
I mean, does this guy look like one of us when we're out there? What's he look like?
Yeah, and you know, like I said, it's a small area. Everybody knows everybody. So he was.
You didn't know this guy, I take it.
I mean, he was a weed dealer. We lived together at one point. I trusted him. I loved him, and it's always the person that's closest to you that's going to tell him.
Okay.
And
got it.
he
He
knew a
flipped.
lot of information
Okay.
about
Yeah.
what was going on, the operations of
So
it.
he flipped. He was He was like a
Yeah.
CI.
He's just an informant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got caught up
Okay.
in like one of those what do they call those where the cops just pull people over all the time, like
Speed trap? I don't
no,
know.
like one of those like Operation
Oh, those guys.
Okay, yeah.
Drug.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
getting
yeah.
your ass
Yeah.
today, you know.
Operation Icebreaker.
I think your first mistake was not asking him immediately, like, are you a cop? Because if you are, you have to tell me.
That's not real.
That's real.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's real.
It's not real.
Could be.
I
real.
remember me thinking that was a thing at one point.
Yeah.
But then I watched Breaking Bad and
You ever seen
they did it to
I don't think
Badger.
That's not real.
In Too Deep, man?
That's not real.
Breaking Bad?
That's not real.
No.
Walter White.
Yeah, well, it's
Okay, sorry. I thought that was real. My bad.
no. So who knows?
I know it's not real.
He was a real person though, wasn't he?
There
Walter
was a.
White. Walter
Well,
White.
no. Heisenberg was a real German
Total
chemist.
Guy, yeah.
He is a real guy.
Real guy.
I mean, I could prove it.
I mean, you don't need to. I'll take your word for it. Take your word
He's a
for
real
it.
guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if Walter White was. I
Oh.
think there might have been like a Walter White. I saw like some bullshit
Yeah.
interview on the internet.
Yeah, he was a real person, but I don't know if that was on it based on his life or nothing. But like, yeah, so 280 something grams of crack and
That's pretty good.
5 pounds of weed,
Good
20,000 in cash, a stolen car. I
You
was
were in the
smoked.
stolen car?
No, I just
You just had one.
Borrowed
a
it.
G ride or
Yeah,
whatever.
you just had one.
Yeah.
Let me give you some crack and I'll just take your car for as long as I want.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you'll get it back maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
And yeah, and all that was to still support my opiate habit. You know, selling all this crack.
How
Like,
much dope are you doing a day to support this habit?
man,
It's got to be substantial.
Just hanging and banging
yeah,
all
a
day?
lot of times, like I was around it, so like I'm not really paying for it. Who knows?
No.
I'm just,
Yeah.
you know, dumping spoonfuls out like George Jung or something.
Damn.
And that was back when like heroin was not fentanyl.
Yeah, heroin was heroin.
Yeah.
Those were the
Good
good.
old days,
Man, those
man.
were the good old days.
God.
You know, before
So-
you just do a shot and it'd kill
You're
you.
dead, yeah.
Yeah. So, xylazine or whatever they have now, crazy stuff. And
See, I'm out of the loop.
Yeah, I don't know what that
but
means.
it's like anthrax. I think was
Anthrax?
I,
What the fuck?
I think
Dude,
Fuck,
I
man.
think that was fentanyl too,
Dude.
man.
Anthrax, like
Yeah,
the disease.
I think
that
that's
you-
how
I've
like-
heard that.
I think that's how the
I've
government
really-
introduced fentanyl into the
anthrax.
Yeah.
Like
A lot of
the
people
people
think
used
the
to be
government
afraid
did
of
this.
like getting in their mailbox. That
Yeah,
anthrax.
white-
They're
a
cutting
white-
that with fentanyl now.
a white
Well, no,
powder
he's saying that the government introduced it to the public
to see
through
what would happen
anthrax.
if you could breathe it in and die, and that's what happened.
Damn. Anthrax.
I don't know if that's true or
I
not.
gotta get some anthrax.
People think it's a government hit job.
Yeah,
Man, yeah, they've been saying that
George
shit.
Bush Senior.
Yeah,
Anthrax.
I'm a big George Jr. guy myself.
Yeah.
George Jr. Yeah.
Do you remember when he did that commercial and he said, "Now watch this drive"? He was talking about like terrorism. He's like, "We're gonna kill the terrorists. Now watch this drive." And then he hits his tee shot.
Damn.
Bruno, you should pull it up.
Don't.
We must stop the terror.
Yeah.
I call upon all nations to do everything
This
they
is
can
real.
to stop
I
these
think I have
terrorist
seen
killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
Dude,
All right.
that's real.
What a country.
He's the man.
What American.
Yeah, that's so American. That's so awesome. Anyway, so
Now
sorry, I
watch
wanted
this
to share
drive.
that with you. I thought
Nah,
that was
thanks,
important.
man.
That you're gonna want to talk about that down the
That
road.
was badass.
Yeah, it really is.
That was like some Chuck Norris shit right there.
Prison.
Prison. So you
All
get
right.
popped, you go to prison. Are you on probation or anything at this point?
I've been on. Oh yeah. That's another. That's a long. I can add that in there too. I've been on probation since the first case, 2008. I'm still on probation.
God, even in probation
16
since
years.
2008.
Yeah.
Holy
I'm getting ready
damn.
to get off in August.
Damn, bud.
Congrats.
That's a big deal.
Same
Jeez.
same PO.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
So you're busted with all this stuff. You do the controlled buys.
Yeah.
And you get picked up, go to the county.
How it happened? Like, there's a little bit more to it. Like, how it happened? Like, I go in to do the buy or whatever, and I am remembering that these people were telling me that this guy was confidential
He's a
informant. or whatever.
snitch.
Yeah.
And I'm texting him.
But hey, this dude
Like-
said you're a snitch, bro.
Yeah, dude. Like, for real. Like, hey, you're probably with Rick Parker, who was the lead narcotics detective.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're probably with him right now. Blah. And he's like texting me, talking shit back, and he really was. you
Yeah.
know.
He said, what was he saying? Like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
He's
I
swear
am
on
not.
everything.
He's
The
like, you
police.
would fucking
I
say
hate
that,
cops,
blah, you
too.
know. And so,
Meanwhile, he's probably like shitting bricks.
Yeah,
Probably
when you're
laughing,
texting.
laughing with the boys.
Yeah, yeah.
This
and
fucking
then
guy.
like I walk over to like meet him, and I'm looking around and I'm real aware of my surroundings, and I'm like, that's a cop, that's a cop.
Dude, this is literally the Breaking Bad scene, by the way. But
And,
go on.
And unmarked cars at the Yummy's ice cream place, and I'm like,
Oh, if they're at the Yummies.
but like who? Like I'm nobody,
yeah.
you know. So like that thought doesn't cross my mind at all that like they're
Are they in
literally-
marked vehicles at this
No.
point? No.
they're
Okay.
black Ford Explorers.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I just kind of was aware of that, and I come back around and SWAT's pulling into the
They're good.
complex.
It's amazing what we'll do. Even when you deep down, like you're like, oh, those are probably cops.
Totally.
You're like,
Yeah,
Probably
maybe-
coincidence.
maybe not though.
Yeah.
You'll do it anyway.
I did it anyway. The money just sounded too good to me.
Yeah.
You need
Thought
it.
I was a hero.
And it's weird because like the one guy to not deal with in town, you have so many addicts everywhere, but this one guy, if you just
Yeah.
avoided him,
It was, God's plan probably.
yeah.
And so, long story short, the sheriff's there, the news is there again.
Damn bad.
Like,
Nice.
drug kingpin.
Yeah.
Because it's a small town.
It's a cool headline. Brent King,
I'm
drug
like,
kingpin.
dude.
It's kinda
The
cool.
sheriff and my grandfather grew up together, and he's like, I used to come watch you play football, and I'm taking you to jail for selling crack.
Oh boy, he did that whole bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that whole bit made me feel like this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, man, this is real. And deep in my mind, though, the consequences weren't really happening for me. I'd get in trouble, and they'd be like,
You thought you were gonna get out of it again.
oh, yeah. I didn't understand, like, the magnitude of it and what was really going on until, like, I went to the county jail, and they're like, I'm in there for a while, and like the DEA's involved, and they're like, my lawyer's like, yeah, so you're fucked, and you're probably gonna do 10 years. And I'm like, 10 years for what? Getting high, dude? Like, like, no way.
Controlled
Not
buys
doing
in a
it.
school zone.
Yeah, I was
I'll
like, I'm
get you
not
up
doing
there.
10 years.
Yeah.
And that came in. He's like, you know, there's 3 controlled buys in the school zone, 1,000 feet with a school, presence of a juvenile.
Why'd they have to toss the school zone? I feel like that's like, would you guys really have to do it in a school zone? You know, could we have just gone like the snitch,
go a
the
block
cops,
down
like
the road.
yeah,
Right.
they could have at least gone like a block. Like
Spare
you really
me a little
gotta
bit.
The apartment
stick the
complex
dagger
is
in and
across the
twist
street
it.
from the high school. You know,
God.
Yeah, got me, smoked me. So I did a few years in prison for that.
How'd
So
you
what?
do?
All right. Yeah. What'd you end up
I
getting?
did 76 months in prison.
I don't know. Do math there. 12, 24,
5.
36.
48,
6 years. 5.5.
Yeah, and then
Young.
I got out when I was like I think 27, 6.
Okay.
And then went to Akron.
What was
Halfway.
what was prison
Yeah.
like for
we
you?
can't skip past
I was
prison.
in
Where'd you go?
Like what?
An
Where'd you go?
institution.
What was it like?
Huh?
Where'd you go? What was it like?
I was in Marion Correctional Institution in
Marion.
Marion, Ohio.
Yeah.
MCI, old school prison. It was like I went to Lorraine to the
You went to get CDC down there, or not CDC, but booking or whatever the hell it's
in
called.
Lorraine.
Yeah. Golly, that's bad.
and a bunch of people from Cleveland, heartless felons,
Yeah, yeah.
a bunch of gang members, and I'm like, man, this sucks. I'm like, this sucks, man. So I did that, and they sent me to Marion, and when I was in prison, though, I got involved in, like, programming in there. Marion was, like, known as, like, a program prison, you know. I did Thinking for a Change, and I did some kind of recovery program in there, and the seed was being planted, you know, in my head, but I just thought, I'm a tough guy,
I got
this.
willpower, baby.
I got this.
Yeah.
I can do this shit on my own. You know? So, I always been like kind of a bigger dude. And especially when I was in there, I was really into like working out, sports. So my prison stay was fairly uneventful.
Really?
Yeah.
No fights or anything cool?
No, I got in one fight in the 5 years I was in that facility, and
Over what?
Oh, yeah.
okay, so I went to a meeting, and I come back from my meeting, and the whole dorm is drunk. And when you are in prison, you can just feel
the
things,
tension,
yeah,
yeah.
you
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the dark clouds, kind of like.
Yep, like
hanging
something about to go down kind of thing.
something's going on, and like I said, I have like a sense for that stuff. And I'm like, man, what is going on? And not knowing that it was like me.
Oh, shit.
So what happened was,
Yeah.
one of those members that I was talking about, a heartless felon, had just moved in the dorm. He moved right next to my bunk area, and I get to my bunk, and there's nothing in my box.
Oh, motherfucker.
And I'm like, okay, I've lived here for years, and nothing's ever, I don't even lock my box. So it had to be him.
Yeah.
You know, that's their gang's kind of known for.
Kicking
Stealing.
boxes, yeah.
and doing fuckery like that. So I kind of just, at this time too, a kid I grew up with was there with me. I'd known him my whole life, and he was an enforcer for a gang there.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Big Crip.
Okay.
And
Good to have him on your side.
yeah, so I was always kind of with them.
Hang on, time out. Steubenville, it's primarily a white city
No.
right now.
No.
Because Crips are black, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So there's a lot of gang culture in Steubenville.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They call it Little Chicago.
Oh, wow, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Not for their pizza. That would be a mistake,
Not for the
but,
deepest pizza, no.
No, it's pretty big there, just because Chicago, PA, Jersey, all them, it all like enter the highways, so everyone would move from there to bring their drugs there. So the gangs came with them, and back in the 60s and 70s, it was the mafia there, and so it's always been kind of like a underground. I hope no one like gets pissed because I'm saying this about Steubenville. But like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a shady.
I mean, if it's true, it's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
you would know.
a bunch of bookie joints and
everybody else probably knows,
Yeah.
too.
and
Exactly.
you know, just Italians that run shit. And the black culture came from Chicago and Jersey, and New York and PA, and brought their gang culture there. So there's like Bloods there, there's Crips there, there's California gangs there. It's a lot. It's a lot.
So do you smack the shit out of this guy? What
Yeah.
happened?
Well, yeah, I actually did. And but how I
So
did it-
wait, did you go? Okay, yeah. Walk us. I want. Walk us through it.
Okay, so I try to get information about what happened to my shit.
Yeah.
And of course, we're in prison. No one's
No
about
one's
to tell
fessing
me
up?
anything. They don't want to be involved. Even people I was close to, I didn't see anything. I don't blame them for that.
Yeah.
It's dangerous in there. So at 9 o'clock count, I'm sitting on my bunk and I'm like, so my shit come up missing and I'm placing you responsible for it.
Mhm.
So there's going to be consequences for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Basically what I said was, you fucked with the wrong white boy this time. I'm young. I'm 240 something pounds. I'm an athlete, and I would say I could probably throw my hands a little bit,
Mhm.
and at least defend myself. And so I talked to the guy I'm talking about, who was high ranking in that gang, and he's like, well, I can't help you because you're a civilian.
Ooh.
And I am on count here with a gang. And if I help you, because I know you, they're going to punish me for that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. I got to do this.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
don't
I'm
have a
saying?
choice.
No.
You don't have a choice. And so basically, I thought about it. He was like, you have till tomorrow to do this. Like, he was telling me, like, if you don't, it's going to be
Like
bad.
you have till tomorrow to like take care of
My
this problem.
friends tell me
Yeah,
this. Yeah, like, this is my advice. You have to do this, like, now,
Yep.
or
It's gonna get worse.
it's going to get
basically.
worse.
Yeah.
So I was like, Mama ain't ready no hoe. Fuck it.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to me? They going to kill me? Fuck it. So I told him. He went to bed that night, and I let him go to bed or whatever, if that's the right choice of words. And the next day, we got up. He probably thought shit was sweet. He was in the bathroom, in the bird bath,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
silver thing, brushing his teeth. And I just come in and just boom.
I love that.
Best way to do it.
Yeah.
Throat punched him. I'm talking about put him down.
Good.
And we got into a little fight, and that was it.
That was it.
was
So
Did you go back and like take your stuff back, or like any? Or was
no,
it just
actually,
the principle of
it
it?
was weird. I did get half of my stuff back, yeah. And he checked in.
he checked in.
Wow.
Damn.
I
So
think,
it turns out heartless
because-
felons do have a heart.
Yeah, I think at that time, like in the prison I was in, there wasn't a whole lot of them there yet.
Yeah.
They were coming from other prisons, eventually. And the people I was hanging out with, there was way more of them.
Way more than
And I
that.
think he was like, okay, now he's involved with this. Now it's a problem.
Maybe you should have thought of that beforehand. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he checked in.
Wouldn't have been a fun twist of fate if it wasn't even him.
yeah.
It might, I don't even
Turned out
know.
another guy's
You
laughing
just
over
throat punch a
eating
guy
his
brushing his
commissary.
teeth.
Like, wow, look at those idiots.
If it wasn't, I got half of somebody's stuff
Yes.
back out of his box.
Man.
So, yeah, that was that. And then other than that, I'd never been in another altercation after that.
That's nice. I can't say the same when I went to jail.
Nah. Prison, I never had a problem. For jail,
I've never
is
even been in a
my-
fight in the
yeah.
workhouse.
You say
Really?
you never got in a fight in the workhouse?
No.
Wow. That's,
I just
that's great, bro.
stay
Maybe
in my
I should-
lane, man.
maybe
People
I should
just
do more push-ups or something.
Yeah, you gotta get, yeah. He's 240, you're like 140.
yeah. He's got 100 pounds on me. That's why
Yeah.
that's why I'm his buddy, though. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Just in case.
well, that's kind of like where the chameleon comes in. I can fit in anywhere
Oh yeah.
and manipulate and con my way into
Whatever.
letting people like me. I
Yeah.
guess. and-
That's how I called him my friend, and he was like, "Yeah, I can
Like,
con
yeah.
people into thinking they,
like,
you know."
I mean, it's
Give him
the
right
truth,
yeah.
man.
It's like,
the
yeah,
truth.
just fucking con Lewis just now.
This is payback for
I
the
conned him
fucking
into
car
letting me detail his car.
yeah, that's a good
It's
point.
payback,
I
bud.
got in that Cadillac, didn't I?
Should have snuck Lou in the bathroom.
Oh God.
And yeah, that's like my part of my sickness. I recognize that about myself. So I've been to the workhouse a million times, and I got out of prison. I'm in Akron. I ended up moving to Columbus. I I come to Columbus.
Did you say
So you're-
sober in prison? Were you like using in prison at all?
No.
Free man at this point.
Free man.
Still on
Still on probation.
what,
parole.
PRC?
PRC.
Yeah.
I had 3 years PRC, and I finessed the PRC too.
Damn.
So my PRC was in Jefferson County. I moved to Columbus. I called my parole officer, hey, I have no positive influences in Jefferson County. I need to transfer my PRC to Franklin County.
Yeah.
Never did.
Never did?
They never transferred it, and I never heard nothing about it.
Oh.
Knock on wood. So
Damn.
that was over 10 years ago.
So you're done. Yeah.
I've been to jail 40 times since then.
Okay.
So
I'd say you're clear.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, continue doing the same cycle, man, and got introduced to like fentanyl and stuff, and kept going to jail, violating probation, catching robbery cases, falling out at Walmart with no shoes on, no clothes on.
How do you end up at Walmart with no
Yeah.
shoes or clothes on?
Fentanyl, man.
Yeah.
I was one of those
oh my god.
fentanyl addicts that, like, you ever seen those used cars lots with the guy that's like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wacky, wailing,
me,
incredible
man.
flailing, wailing tube man.
That,
Yeah.
yeah, I was doing that stuff.
Man.
Blacked out in Walmart, and
Just, I feel like you've ended up in this place in Walmart more than once. Sounds like that Walmart was like a fun.
yeah, it was
place
like
for
right
you.
up the street from my house.
You
So,
just go hang out.
so I would just go up there and be like, "This is what's going to happen. If anyone touches me, there's going to be consequences."
Walmart. Huh? I wonder like why the brain subconsciously is like just let's go,
Yeah,
let's go to Walmart.
I don't know.
Every time.
I don't know. I would say like my criminal behavior, like even though I was getting caught and stuff, I was like
I run shit over
excelling,
there.
pretty good at it.
Sounds pretty reckless in a
Yeah.
sense.
I like, it was very reckless, especially because police officers were shooting people for way less than the stuff I was doing.
Yeah.
And not too long ago, that happened in Columbus where a woman got killed and she was pregnant for walking out of Kroger's, and I was like, man.
Oh, I remember
For
that.
I was like,
walking out of a
dude.
Kroger?
Yeah.
I'm lucky.
She was shoplifting.
And
Yeah.
she just got
And
shot.
they killed
Yeah.
her.
Because I walked in Walmart and put a hoodie on and was like on Xanax.
So are you robbing them at this point? Like, are you holding them up?
Just
Like, what's
shoplifting,
the-
just
Yeah,
good
boosting.
Yeah,
I'd go
yeah,
in there with the
okay.
keys. I'd steal keys off the workers and go open all that and take all the Xboxes, all the games,
Damn.
all the computers.
It's pretty smooth.
Yeah, a lot of things. And
I was never.
they were tired of my
God.
shit, man.
And it's the same Walmart,
Same one.
so they see you coming a mile away.
Yeah, they'd be like,
Yeah, he's back.
Hey,
cops, you know the
guy, we got the flailing
Yeah,
arm,
he's back.
flailing
Jimmy.
arm, flailing tube man's back.
and that's kind of what happened, man. Like,
We got a problem.
I literally, it was during COVID, and I had I'll never forget this either. I had Xanax, and I'm like, I'm going to take a couple more, you know, because that's what I do.
You always can
Oh,
take a couple
yeah.
more of those.
And I went into that, like, blackout state,
Oh
whatever,
yeah.
and was like, I'm going to go to Panera Bread and get Panera because I'm hungry because I'm on benzos.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a gift card I can use.
Okay.
But it's
But hold
COVID.
on, this is the man who goes into Walmart and
Yeah.
jacks everything.
takes
But you're like, oh, I
whatever
got a
he
Panera
wants.
gift card.
Right.
Let's
Let's
go
go hit up
get
Panera.
I don't know where my thinking is because, like, I would have money and drugs on me, too.
Man,
And
oh, man, oh, man.
I went
That's
to
so
Panera
funny.
on Bethel Road, and it's COVID. You can't go in Panera.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, well, they're closed. I'm just going to go rob Walmart.
Clearly.
Back to
The
Walmart.
next viable option is Walmart.
And went back.
They still got his faces up in Walmart.
Oh, my
dude.
God.
How many times do you think you get like gotten popped at Walmart in your lifetime?
Well, I caught a whole robbery, the F2 robbery at Walmart. for this
F2
store.
rob, damn.
Multiple times, but like I've gotten fist fights there.
At Walmart.
I've used to open the back garden doors,
Yeah.
walk out.
Just walk out, yeah.
Dude, you were the guy that, like, if I was out there and I wanted to go steal something, I would not call you because you'd make it too hot.
Oh, he'd be too hot.
I'd be like, nope, can't do it with Brent. Nope,
No,
absolutely
yeah,
not.
I wouldn't
he's
go
gonna
with you
he's gonna
if
go
it
in there
was
for
Brent.
2 hours,
And-
fight 3 people,
Yeah.
steal 20 Xboxes. I'm gonna be in the parking lot forever,
Just waiting.
waiting for him,
Yeah.
and then he's gonna get walked out in cuffs.
Yep.
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay.
There's a 50-50 chance
Yeah.
when he goes into a Walmart.
It was just kind of like the fear of it set in, so I just kind of would bully my way through these situations because out of fear, and like so, yeah, I stole a hoodie and I went to leave, and they're like, you know, the Columbus police is out there waiting on you, and I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Hope they got their best
Yeah,
five.
do you know who you're talking to? And decided to punch this dude.
A cop. Oh, the guy in
The security
Walmart.
guard.
The guy who told you the police were out
Yeah,
there.
the loss prevention.
You didn't care for that.
And so I exit Walmart. I take off running. I have my mom's vehicle, who just got it like 2 weeks before that. It's brand new. Tags are still on it. I jump in the car. CPD jumps in the car with me.
Oh.
I try to put the car in reverse, and he stops me. So my brain's like, all right, how can I talk my way out of this?
I think you're past the talking.
Yeah, there's no-
But I'm still thinking that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
You know, and I'm like, it's happened every other time. I can get out of this.
So what do you tell him?
I'm
A
like,
wife's having a
I'm
baby?
like, okay, I'm caught. You got me. Let me go. Let me get out of the car.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, I'm gonna let go of this gear shift. And when I do, you're climbing out the passenger side of this vehicle, and I'm arresting you.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
Faux show.
You got me.
For sure, yeah.
So as soon as he lets go of that gear shift, boom, I put it in reverse and hit the gas.
With the cop in the car
With
still.
the door open too in my mom's car, and
Oh,
the car
man.
returned.
Ripped the
door off
man.
of the car.
Boy, oh boy.
I hit 5 vehicles
God.
in the parking lot. I drugged the police officer with the vehicle.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler just did that recently.
He maced me, and I went through a stop sign and hit another car, and I was
Jeez.
over after that.
How do you not get like life sentence for that? You know.
That's how I met Lewis.
They give you minimum security prison on that one.
Yeah. Needless to say, I have a pretty good probation officer, and
He does.
and he's done everything in his power to help me. And needless, I'm already a convicted felon at this point.
Yeah.
So
So
And I have a good judge, too.
What did they tag you with?
I got 2 F2 robberies.
Assaulting an officer.
No, I didn't get charged with that.
What the fuck?
And I had 4 grams of fentanyl on me and 9 grams of crack. And I'm in a stolen vehicle because it's not mine. It's my mom's.
Doing this when you already have the drugs.
I don't know, man.
God.
Xanax, dude.
Xanax, man. Xanax.
Yeah, that's fair.
And,
That is actually a fair argument.
So I think the police were so wrapped up in what was going on there
Yeah.
I bet.
that when I went to my arraignment in the downtown jail,
Yeah.
the judge is like, okay, blah, 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 State of Ohio versus Brent King. What are the facts on this case? And the prosecutor's like, well, we have no other facts on this case. They didn't make a police report.
Oh, man.
For all the vehicles I hit, all the damage I did, all the lives I put at risk,
Nothing.
nothing. Walmart pressed charges on me
Yeah, hell yeah, they did.
for the theft.
They
And
hate
which is
you.
crazy because that's like the least of your worries
Yeah,
at that point.
yeah.
Dude, I,
And that's
I
the only
legit
thing
in my
that
head, I'm like,
sticks.
dude, I'm done.
Yeah, you're.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Straight one-way ticket back. I already have been in front of this judge like 3 other times.
Yeah.
So they indict me on an F2 robbery, 2 of them, and then I end up copping
What's
out.
that carry? 4 to 8? 8 to 12? What is that?
2 to 8.
2 to 8.
Yeah. They charged me with 2 F2 robberies, an F3 robbery, so I can cop out to the F3.
Yeah.
I cop out to the F3. They reinstate my probation, put another 5 years on the shelf, and send me to another facility. And I go to this facility, and that's where I
That is
answer
absolutely insane. Man.
Oh yeah, I was off the chain, absolutely. These stories don't even sound believable.
That explains
You can Google them.
the amount of humility you had when you got to my place, at least a little bit. Like, I mean, you were very lucky to be there.
Oh yeah.
So I can see why you were kind of just like, this is fine.
Yeah.
Like, this is
I am,
totally
I
fine.
mean,
I have nothing to say
God
about this.
is like bestowed the.
Yeah, I got there and was like, there's more to it because all that happened, and because of my flight risk situations and stuff, and the judge was like, we're going to release you and you're going to self-report to this facility. And I was like, you fucked up.
Wow.
You should have never let me out. So I had like, I think 3 days to report.
Yeah.
And I didn't show up for like a month. And my probation officer was like, listen, if you don't turn yourself in there tomorrow, like, I'm putting a warrant out.
Bye-bye.
It's over.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'll go. I just had to get a few more
Obviously, yeah.
So I get all my stuff. I remember my girlfriend waking me up like, you need to get up, you have to turn yourself in. And I'm like, for what? What are you talking about? Where? I'm like, where? And she's like, you got to turn yourself into jail. I'm like, huh? Like, just so out there from drugs, you know. And I got loaded, and turned myself in there.
Did you like load yourself up before you went in?
But no, I like did every drug you could probably.
Yeah, before going in.
Yeah.
So when I got there, they were like, oh, you're going in isolation for 4 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? For what? You know, I'm
That's
kicking
kind of sweet though. I'd rather be in
Yeah.
isolation, man.
I
Just
just
for a minute.
slept for like 4 days straight.
Yeah.
I had to like produce a clean urine, I think, before I could go.
Before you go to his place.
Yeah, general population. I ended up knowing somebody there at the time, Speakman,
Okay.
and kind of came and calmed me down. It was like, listen, you're going to be all right here. Because I didn't know what I was walking into. You hear stories, you know, and I was like, I was scared. And ended up being okay. I was there, and I knew I wanted to be done with drugs and alcohol. I just didn't really know how or where to start with that stuff. So I did take it serious. I had fun there.
So,
Jail's
how long do you
fun.
sit in jail before you go there? You have to wait 4 days? before
I
you-
did 5 months in the county, downtown, and then I did 4 months there.
So you, so what's the point of turning yourself in? I thought you were going directly to the facility.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So I'm in the workhouse, and they're like, King, roll it up. You're getting released. And I'm like, what?
Yahtzee.
I'm like, there's no way I'm getting released. I'm going to this
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you're getting out. And I'm like, what? No way. Are you serious? I'm like, my dumb ass is like telling them, like, there's no way I'm getting out. And
Yeah,
the cops
yeah.
are like, we're going to have to check on this because this dude says he's not getting out. And I'm like, fuck. You know, so I'm like, man, I better shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So they let me out. They did let
To
me
the
out.
world.
To the free world.
Get to the world, yes.
I am so baffled by the system, man. 'Cause
Yeah,
Me
they let
and
me
my
out.
pussy crimes, like, you know.
Yeah.
There was nothing getting out of anything,
No,
man.
no, I was in the same boat.
So happy for you.
Yeah, it was kind of what I think, like, in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm trapped in the system. I'm on probation. I keep similar offenses, which is why I'm a habitual offender now. Career criminal. I got
Congratulations
90, I
on
got
that, by the
96
way.
months on the shelf right now.
96.
Yeah.
Make it
And
100,
I'm-
you know.
Working my way to getting off probation in August.
So even when you're on probation, you're still self-time? You're still on PRC or whatever?
No.
Are you done with everything?
Done.
No, in August, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be done with everything.
So no 96 months, nothing.
Done.
Damn, but
Took me 15 years to get it.
that's just crazy to think between now and August, like, your fate.
Just
And
don't go to a
98
Walmart,
months,
bro.
yeah.
Just stay
No.
away from
Just
Walmart,
don't do
bro.
drugs.
That's it.
The reason why I work so hard at this is because, like, your story inspired me, like, the things that you do.
I mean, I love to hear that, and I always think to myself, like, especially when I worked there and I was talking to
Yeah,
guys, like, does it even matter? Because, you know, there's so many guys it just didn't matter. I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we saw it all the time.
Yep.
Like, it didn't matter.
It was kind of annoying.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It's terribly annoying. Imagine how I felt, dude. Like, all these guys just not caring, and they're, you know, pretending they want to get better or whatever. They get
Yeah.
out and they die, or they go right back to the same
Yeah,
shit.
we've seen a few of those
Yeah.
in my stay there. And I was just like, nah, I don't want to be that person. So I kind of took it serious, and I mean, I hated it, but I wanted to live. I know that. And then, you know, Lewis was always around.
Yeah.
Dude, that's exactly.
The biggest
That's
little-
what he wanted to hear.
The
dude.
biggest little guy.
With his
you
keys,
know.
like, oh, there's the feds.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But I never thought that, man. Because, like, the conversations we would have, I'm like, this dude is just like me, man. How the fuck did he get this job?
That's what we're all wondering.
I still wonder that.
He speaks pretty well, so I'm like, how did he get this fucking job?
And like, especially being because like he and I have spent months as clients, what do you call them?
Inmates, yeah,
Inmates
we're-
in that
Yeah.
very facility.
Sure,
Yeah.
I've seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, for this guy to be walking in with his set of janitor keys and his
I mean,
walkie-talkie.
listen, listen. I just want to tell you guys, like, I mean, look at me. I had to do something to exert some kind of like authority or like whether it was talking or like being good at whatever I had to do, I needed to do it. Okay,
Yeah.
let's be real here.
That was cool. You had to do your job, man. But like, as far as like helping people there, you did help people. Like there was no, like kind of programs outside of what we had to do, and you helped facilitate that with me. And shout out to Vito, and you know we kind of did that thing.
Yeah.
And it was important to me, and it goes along with like what I'm doing now. So like I'm like, if this dude can do this shit, I can do this shit too.
That's the point.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
the point.
And that's like kind of like what like I say, like my mantra now, like when I'm giving back and helping people and helping others, I'm like, dude, if you want to hear my story, you should hear it, because if I'm doing this, you can do this shit too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because a year ago I was off the chain.
Mm.
You know, I even went back after, like I got out of that facility, and that day I left, I went to Longhorn Steakhouse. I'm on Vivitrol.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm drinking a beer. And knowing that nothing was going to, and it just led me back.
I will never get over that like day one getting out of jail mentality of like, I'm going to go to fucking Longhorn. I'm going to have a beer. I'm going to do this, smoke cigarettes. Like that's the only thing people think about, dude. I swear to God. Like maybe like 75% of the guys. Just like, man, day one.
Yeah, as soon as I get out,
As soon as I get out,
I'm meal
awesome.
prepping for the day.
Yeah,
Going to White Castle.
And my girl, I'm laying up with
Yeah.
Slide up in her.
And you did. You went to Longhorn.
I did. I went to Longhorn.
Why Longhorn?
And you
Of all
fucking
the,
it fell
all
apart.
the shitty
Roadhouse.
steak places, Roadhouse, where it's at.
Well,
It sounds like the greatest thing ever.
I had that beer, and I was like, I don't want this beer. I want to smoke crack.
Natural digression, yeah.
It sounds so normal to us, dude. Normal people are like, what are you talking about?
Like,
And my girlfriend's like, please don't. And I'm like, I already ordered it. And we're leaving.
yeah, it's on the way.
One sip.
I never was a big into alcohol. It was always street drugs and
Yeah, oh
stuff.
yeah.
I did drink alcohol because why not?
It was a bonus. That's what I would say. It was just a
Yeah.
A
bonus.
Heineken, like, I'm not like 100 pounds underweight, like, you know, crap. Been up for 4 days, like,
Have a beer.
Had a
you know,
blue moon.
I thought it made me look normal, I guess.
You always feel cool drinking a beer.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, that's
I
true.
drink
Especially,
Modelo.
yeah.
Like, you know.
And like the blue moon with like the orange, man. I always like think about that at work. Like, man.
Those were good. Those
they
like
look
tasted
so
not
cool
terrible.
drinking that.
But
You're cutting the grass, and you're like, man, I just want one of those aluminum can Bud Lights with a screw on top.
Nick Ultras.
There's something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I did get out of that facility, and I did go ultimately back to
straight back.
Straight back.
Hang on, time out. After we got out of your facility.
We went to Longhorn.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant to drugs.
But like,
okay.
but like the seed
Yeah,
of
right.
the whole process was in my brain starting.
You had a
Yeah,
sip
yeah.
of beer and got some crack.
You know what I'm saying? With like, I don't want to do this anymore, but I don't know how to not do this because this is all I know.
Yeah.
So it was like, maybe this is what I'm gonna die doing, because I heard about things, but I just didn't know how to like work on myself and stuff like that. So like I went back out and what happened this time? Oh yeah, so the Home Depot bandit, that's also me, and
Heard about that guy.
yeah, they hate me. And I was in
All retail
I was in
Yeah.
Home
stores
Depot.
hate you.
The Mexicans love me. But I was in Hilliard, of all places, and I'm looking at these garage door things.
And
I'm
it's
like,
just as a normal person looking for garage doors.
well, the motors, and of course I'm not a normal person in there. Everyone in the store's like, oh,
Yeah.
God, he's in there.
No, but I mean, are you just like, because you need a garage door, so you're going to the.
Well, I know a guy that knows a guy that.
So you're
pays
doing
Yeah, I don't think he
shady
needed a
garage
garage
door.
door.
Yeah, so I'm
business.
gonna take
Okay.
all of them.
Okay, okay. Now I'm
the
with you.
motors, the
Yeah.
whatever. They were like worth a lot of money, and this guy I knew.
That's a
what he-
first. I've never heard.
And
the
this is
garage
after
door
you got out
things.
of the facility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you doing drugs at this point?
Yes, he's
Yeah.
had a beer and
I-
smoked crack.
I thought he was just talking about
doing
getting the
drugs
crack.
and like I'm like around people that are like really selling a lot of drugs, and I feel important, and hey, I feel trusted because like, you know, they're manipulating me to feel like I'm somebody, and
Yeah.
like, hey, take this 30 grand over and drop it off and pick this up, and I'm like, man, in the mafia.
Yeah.
You know?
I got connections now.
Really, I'm just smoking crack and looking stupid.
You're just a geek there.
Yeah, dude.
Throwing a bone to.
I'm just like, yeah, they're like, if he gets pulled over, he's going to jail.
Yeah.
You know? So, that, and I like overdosed a bunch of times.
I remember, yeah.
And it was just like,
Tell me
really,
about that.
my life was really deteriorating big time.
When did it click? When did you turn the corner?
So, like I said, about a year ago, like I was like, man, I was crying every day. Like my thoughts weren't my thoughts anymore, and I'm like, something is gonna happen to me, and whether it's my own doing or somebody else, and that scared me, and just traumatizing my family all the time. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I called my probation officer. I was like, I need help, dude. I don't know what to do. And he was like, okay, I'll get you help. But I just didn't want to turn myself in either.
Yeah.
So I ended up getting arrested. And at that Home Depot in Hilliard. And I went to jail, and I was just like the workhouse in 2023, 2024 is like a dangerous place.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
More dangerous.
Like, people were getting stabbed in there
Wow.
and beat to death with, like,
Mop ringers.
over boiled eggs and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
Thank you. Good reminder for me.
yeah, I was
Appreciate
like,
that.
I was like, I'm tired of this, man. Like we're just in a cage and, like, getting laughed at. And I was like, there's got to be more to life than just me being in jail every 6 months and leaving my family, traumatizing my girlfriend. Like, so I was in there. I started going to meetings in there, getting counseling and stuff, utilizing things. And I met some people that brought those in there. And I was like, told about this place called the House of Hope.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as my probation officer came down there, I'm like, I want to go to the House of Hope. I'm
Yeah.
like, send me to the House of Hope.
Yeah.
Just trying to really get back out again.
Yeah.
And he was like, you're going to prison, dude. And I was like,
Like the prison house?
I'm like, no. Yeah, I'm like, again? And he's like, yeah, I don't think I can help you this time. I've exhausted everything when it comes to, like, facilities and treatments with you.
Yeah.
And you just are, like, doing the same thing over and over and over and over. So I'm like, oh, it's probably it for me. I'm probably going to have to go lay down for a while. And God blessed me. And when I went to court, they did accept me into that program. The judge did. And I was like, that's it. I'm not doing this no more. And it kind of like just clicked in my head like I'm so sick of this. I'm just sitting there like looking stupid. My hair is long.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking like crazy.
And you probably knew, like, you screw this up, and it is done.
Oh, it's definitely done. Even to this day, like, and the judge told me, like, I see something in you that I don't see in other people, and I don't want to give up on you. He told me that to my face.
What judge is this, man?
I don't know.
Holbrook.
Sounds like the man.
Judge
Wow.
Holbrook. So,
Man.
the judge has, I guess, a personal experience with, like, addiction and stuff. So he has grace for people that he probably knows want to change. And so I think I asked you, I was like, can you write me a letter of recommendation?
Yeah, you did. You did. I remember that.
You were like, yeah, dude, I'll do anything. So a few other people. And long story short, my probation officer is
I think your mom hit me up.
My mom, yeah, I was in jail, like, call
Yeah,
Lewis.
yeah.
He worked at this
Hell
place.
yeah.
He knows everyone. You know,
Oh,
like,
boy.
but I respect that because it goes back to, like, he's doing it, man, and people are seeing that he's doing it. So, like, they got to listen to him a little bit, maybe.
Sometimes.
And so, like, anyways, I'm in there, and my family's in there, and he's like, I see your family's still supporting you. They haven't given up on you. I'm not going to give up on you either. I am going to classify you as a career criminal, though. Habitual offender. I'm going to put this 96 months on the shelf, and I'm going to send you to this program. Because this program is an accountability program.
It's intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't fuck around.
They do not.
And they're gonna either you're gonna get it or you're not. And I went, and so I go to the long-term program, and I'm in there, and the whole program is based on holding your brother accountable.
Yep.
And I'm in and out of jail my whole life, and I'm like, I'm not doing that, dude. I'm not, like, I didn't see nothing. I'm not. And then people were dying around me, and I'm like, it just like clicked in my head, like, this is life and death. Like, it's not like telling on somebody if lives are involved.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm holding you accountable because I love you. You know, and
Wish more people thought like that,
Yeah, and
man, because
and
that's
I care
exactly what
about
it
you.
is. It's life or death.
Yeah, and
Nobody thinks of it that way.
you know, we were there, and like we were getting rides to meetings, and Lewis would pick us up from meetings and take us. We got to see leads and stuff, people giving their experience, and I was just like, man, I want to be like this. So I did the program and graduated there. My probation officer's like, every time I go in there, he's like, man, keep up the good work, dude. Like, I'm so proud of you. And even though in the back of my mind I'm kind of like, this is the police still.
Mm-hmm.
That thought's going away. Like,
Yep.
he's just doing his job, man. He cares about people. And their job is ultimately to help people succeed. And I'm starting to understand that. And I want to, eventually when I get off probation, do things inside of facilities and help people like that too.
Yeah.
And it's coming for me. Promises are being made to me, and they're coming true. And I actually work for the House of Hope now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was out back cutting the grass one day, and
Loves is cutting grass.
the guy's like, hey, I want to talk to you. And I'm like, oh, God, what I do? Because I chose to go into a recovery house there. That wasn't court ordered for me or nothing. I said, you know what? People are suggesting things to me and telling me this is going to help save my life. I'm just going to do that.
It's working.
And this
Yeah.
place has a long track record of if you graduate this program, like you will succeed.
It's like 80%.
Like their numbers are
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
insane. They're
yeah.
astronomical.
Yeah,
it's
like 80%.
nuts.
It's like with long-term treatment and recovery housing that they offer, with the things they offer there, to help you gain stability and stuff like that, and recovery, support, finances, job, you know, it's like 80% people stay sober.
Wild.
And that is insane.
So all three of us now have done the whole full circle.
Full circle, yeah.
You work at a treatment center. You work at a
Yeah.
treatment center. I worked at the correctional facility I was
Yeah.
incarcerated at.
Yeah. A bunch of junkie
Hooligans.
loser, yeah.
Man.
Man.
And like, it's funny because I talk to some of the guys and I tell them, and they're like looking at me like, what? How do you work here? And
Isn't
I'm
that the
like-
best?
I'm like, you know, this is how I'm
I
giving
love
back.
that, dude.
Yeah.
This is how I'm giving back to people. And this is how my story is going to help save somebody's life.
You can relate in a different way to them, like
Yeah.
in some cases that other people can't. That
Yeah.
just it clicks with them.
Yeah, and I love it. And it, like, that's why, you know, like, even being in here today is like, man, really, I'm sitting here, you know, like you said, full circle, like,
Yeah.
you've seen me on both sides of the coin, you know. I've gained like 60-something pounds.
Yeah, sounds about right. It means you're doing it right.
Don't catch him in a Walmart
Yeah.
today
Yeah.
acting out, dude.
I got 2 jobs, dude, and, you know, 2 years ago I was trying to take your job, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just-
Congratulations.
yeah, it feels good. I love it. Next Saturday, I'm taking a group of guys, and we're going to go out of town, and we're going to do a seminar.
You doing the camping thing?
We're going to do Founders Day,
Go.
Oh, yeah.
Founders Day.
Yeah.
That's great.
and
sweet.
stay up there for a night and celebrate and stuff. And it's pretty cool, man. And when people trust me, when I say I'm going to be somewhere, I'm there. And, you know, it just feels good to have integrity and, like, just trust the process and know that I'm not it.
Mm.
You know, it took a while for me to get there. Like,
It takes a while to get used to, too,
Man.
like people trusting you.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when I worked at one of the first restaurants I worked at, my manager gave me the store credit card. and I was like gonna go buy some stuff for the kitchen, and I was just like looking at it in my car, like, are you out of your mind?
Right.
Wow.
Like,
yeah,
are you
know
out of
what
your,
I've done?
like, are you out of
You
your
know what you
mind
just
right
did,
now?
yeah.
Like just little moments like that you just are like, wow.
Right. And I can relate to that too because I have a driver's license today and I can drive a company car. At
Yeah.
work, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, you know, but I'm entrusted with stuff like that and I know that people can count on me. So that's the cool thing about it, man. And I'm just going to keep trying to grow and better myself as a person. And eventually, like I said, like with stuff that you were into, like I want to go back in front of that judge and show my gratitude to that judge.
Absolutely.
And be like, listen, you know, even though you might not know it, you're a big part of my life. And if there's anything I can do for you,
Yeah.
I want to do it. You know,
That's cool.
so that's a goal of mine, and I keep bringing it up to my probation officer, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll figure something out
Yeah.
for you, you know." And when it's time, and when it's time, it's time. If it happens, it happens. So
Congrats, dude.
You, my friend, legally have probably the biggest 4-leaf clover in your ass. What I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life,
do you know how many
man.
times I've heard
I
that?
am astonished.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am blown away.
Yeah, it's
By,
awesome,
like,
man.
you should be sitting in the joint right now.
For like
Yeah, for
while.
another 10 at least, you
a
know.
long time, and like I've heard that so many times. They're like, "What?
Yeah.
There's no way!" Like, and I'm like, I don't know, man. God.
It's when you know he's got a
blessed me.
plan for you. Yeah.
Huh?
So that's when
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely, absolutely, and
Keep doing what you're doing, dude.
Feels
Just
good,
keep
dude.
doing what you're doing. It gets better. It
Does
gets
it?
better.
Somehow.
Yeah, it does.
get
It
better.
really
Yeah,
does. Even when
somehow
it doesn't feel
does.
like it, some days it does.
yeah,
So-
I rarely have like life happens and stuff, but like nowadays I like rarely have a bad day. You know, if I do some things, and then it's like not a bad
Yeah.
day anymore.
Yeah.
Better,
You know, it's
better than
like,
the days you were
Well,
having
yeah, the
before.
grand scale of things,
Yeah.
like, is this a bad day
It's
compared
like,
to the bad
well-
days I've had?
I could be eating,
Yeah.
licking my tray because I'm so starving.
Yeah.
You know, or begging for nutty bars or something.
Man.
Dude. Like,
Nutty bar game.
God.
Awesome. Well,
Well, buddy.
you're the man. Thank
Yeah,
you for
dude.
coming, dude.
Thanks, bud.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks. This was dope. I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude.
You know,
Do
Anytime.
we hug it out?
No,
What do we do? Shake hands?
that's that.
Shake hands?
that's it.
Hug?
That's it.
No hug? All right.
Yeah, it's good. It was really, really fucking good. Seriously, you're very well spoken. No, I'm fucking. I just wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. I'd just be like, all right, bro, later.
Like, cool, thanks, man.
Like,
That was great. Let's take a picture.
Let's do it. Oh, yeah, the picture.